made it another week, and I'm cutting it a bit close. It is Thursday, sleep deprived again, and yeah, we have another update. Finally, visual. Can't believe it. It isn't just a blank void anymore. Anyway, so I'm going to keep this short because, quite frankly, I think most of the features are self-explanatory. The one that might not be quite as easy to catch is the sound isolation, specifically when an interior is inside a quite ambient, noisy map. Those sounds are in the interior, and it's just immersion breaking, so that's another feature. Everything else, really, what you're seeing is visual. You'll notice volumetric lighting / fog when the doors open. There is plans for it to be dynamic, and yeah, and something more present to the previous video, me figuring out that I can actually have the body groups and overall exterior system save properly when you land, even the settings you've set for skins and body groups. So as you'll see in this video too, the body groups stay the same too, so it's quite nice. Yeah, mostly quite a substantial just visual kind of week, trying to just kind of figure out a somewhat decent layout of just something, you know, with the interior. So yeah, critique it to your heart's content. I don't blame you if it's not up to your standards or taste, or you just don't think you'll ever use it, which I don't blame you. So yeah, let me know any thoughts of maybe what could make the interior look a bit better in your mind, maybe a certain feature or prop, etc. So yeah, that's all really. And just to talk about kind of just future stuff, overall I've come to the conclusion that I'm just not up for building. I have no skills in modelling. I have no intentions to either, because once this interior / add-on mod is finished, I'm never going to probably make another Gmod mod, apart from taking the stuff I've put into this interior mod and making it universal for the rest of the mod. That's probably about it. So there wouldn't even be any real reason for me to start modelling. So overall, I'm not going to focus on this interior looking even that good. What it is what it is, really. It's just a basic interior enough that gets us about, and it'll show off the features. It's like a nice little taster of what could be for everything else, to work with everything else. But yeah, overall, I'll give you a little tease for future plans though, is to make this have a universal memory system and more unique for every player, basically. And that will basically determine some key little things for your interior. So not every person will have the same interior. Some things will overlap because I'm not going to make like 10 different options. At best there might be 5 real different options, and then sub options within those 5 options, you know. So okay, maybe that will equivalent to, or be the equivalent of maybe 10 options differences, but it'll all be randomized and chop and change, so it does give some variety for people to spawn their TARDIS. And then speaking of spawning the TARDIS, there will also be a plan to make it a bit more dynamic, instead of just get in the world, go into the menu and then spawn the TARDIS. But yeah, that will be for the bloody thing cut off, as usual. That will be for a future thing, much further in the future. when I've actually got something to show for it, if I can get something workable. But the general idea is just to try and make everything more streamlined for the specific TARDIS. So even if it's not the prettiest interior, it'll be feature rich and it'll have somewhat of a personality, you know, and it'll give more of a vibe of a memory TARDIS too. That's kind of the idea. And even when you quit the game, certain specific things tied to your experience with your TARDIS will be there basically every time you get into the game. Now, every time, like, to give you the TARDIS every time, I don't know how you would get that. I guess it would just be the same way as I've already kind of got mine for the first initial time. But yeah, there's a lot to come, and there's quite a lot of memory elements in a sense, where there is actually stuff going to be saved and tied to you in a sense. And it's just, to me it's very cool, and I really just adore the concept of the memory TARDIS, remember TARDIS. The interior itself is just gorgeous in my mind. What I'd give to have that interior in this damn game. Yeah, just overall, this is going to be the last bit of voice recording here, but overall I'm not going to be doing the weekly videos anymore. Not for a while. Maybe when I get a backlog of videos, sure, but I'm going to be skipping like a week or two, so just know that. But know that I'm still working on it behind the scenes, so. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for keeping up with us. If you've been here since the first video, then put, I don't know, video 1 in the comments. Here since video 1, put that in the comments so I know who's been here since the beginning, if at all. Surprisingly got a good few comments on the second little vlog thing. But yeah, overall, just very pleased about this whole thing at the moment. And yeah, I'm gonna take a wee break in terms of videos, just because it's a hassle. And it's taking me longer and longer to actually get to a point where I want to stop, make an actual recording video, where I'm still kind of behind or where I was previously. I don't want to be too far ahead when making a video, but I think that's probably maybe how it's going to be in the future. But yeah, hopefully these are somewhat interested in this and somewhat hyped for what's to come. Quite a lot, to say the least. And let's hope I can get this ready for upload on Saturday. It's Thursday right now, and it's 6 AM. I'm so sleep deprived as usual. So yeah, hopefully you're hyped for this and interested, and kind of can maybe make up your own mind and use your own imaginations of maybe what I'm alluding to. But yeah, hopefully you like what's here so far, and it's interesting enough to keep watching, because I've got more and more to come. And it's just becoming bigger stuff at this point too. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see yous not too soon, but soon. Right, bye bye.